Hello, 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 Sagittarius. How are you? How are you? I want to welcome you to your full moon slash wolf moon slash blood moon slash eclipse. All in one. You want to talk about power? Yeah, we're there. So, Sagis, we do have a lot of information to cover, so I'm just gonna jump right into the reading. So, actually, before I start the reading, I do want to talk a little bit about my live reading that I did in your assignment. So, for my Sagis that did your assignment, I thank you for being proactive, for believing, for doing for yourself. Um, and congratulations. Now, for those of you that were not able to get it done or were not able to see the live reading, I'm going to give you a snippet of a quick summary, a healthy summary on what happened. It was about a 25-minute reading, so I'm not going to go into details, but nonetheless, I'm going to bring it here, do it at the beginning of this reading. If you have already seen that video, you can definitely fast forward to the actual reading on this video, okay? So, Sagis, pretty much the nutshell, the point of the last meeting, of the last reading, the messages that I received for you guys is to stop being hesitant, okay? Now, you will find that you will be in awe if you just let go. You have had a rough, I would say that out of all of the fire signs, Sagis have had the roughest journey thus far. Now, if you remember from my video, your assignment was to go back to August of 2016. Look at where you were then and look at where you are now. And it's almost, I feel confident enough to tell you that I can guarantee you that you have already experienced both the good and bad in your journeys. By journeys, I'm going to focus on the basics of life: finances, love, health, right? And so now you're here. The thing is, Sagis, that you're kind of borderline becoming a non-believer. You don't believe in things anymore. You're becoming dull in a sense because of your journey. It definitely, this is probably nowhere near where you thought you were going to be at your age, at this point, on this date. But you have to trust the process. This is why I sent you all the way back to August 2016. Because you have to trust the process. And I hope that if you did your homework and you were able to look at this, and you can do this now, by the way, there is no timestamps. In fact, the effects of a full moon, especially like the one that we have now, it can last up to 6 weeks. This one, I would tell you, and I think any other tarot reader, any clairvoyant, and any other light worker will tell you this can last up to the whole year. And most likely it will, right? Because we do have Mars and Aries aligned. And Mars is Aries, Aries is Mars, and they're considered the warrior gods and goddesses. So there's going to be a lot of passion, a lot of fire, a lot of intent, a lot of excitement, which is also you, Sagi, right? But you're losing that. See, here's the interesting part of what's happening with this full moon for you, Sagi. This full moon is happening under the Aries energy. But this full moon has a calling towards Leo, which is why I sent you to August again. One of the reasons why I sent you to August towards the end of Leo. It starts on Capricorn and it ends in Aquarius. So it's almost like out of the fire signs, you were kind of left out. But it's because you've been the hermit. You've been in your shell. You've retracted from life. You've done a lot of thinking. You've done a lot of prayer. You have gotten to know yourself on ways in levels, on ways and levels that you never knew before. All right? So that's pretty much the nutshell of your reading. for this full moon. I want you to get out of your shell. I want you to still believe. You need to now try again, because now, believe it or not, whether you understand or see or even want to believe this, you have been able to get information, resources, knowledge, emotional control that you never had before. So even if you experience similar things, you're going to get so much better results now. Okay? Remember, you are a fire sign. Retracting, that's not going to work out for you. All right? So I'm going to jump into your readings, my dear. My decks have been shuffled. They have been premeditated on. They have been charged. So we're good to go. All right. So what do we have here under Leo? Your calling is the Page of Swords in reverse. Capricorn, since this full moon starts in Capricorn, it's here to ground you and remind you that you're the Queen of Pentacles. Get it, girls. Especially if you're a Sagi woman. You better know who you are. And then we have Aquarius here because the full moon ends in Aquarius, letting you know, oh my God, you guys are being too serious. Let's play. And it wants you to play as the Queen of Swords. So you see what I mean? You went from a page to a queen to a queen. Like, and again, this could be a king. This is not a sex specific thing. It's a matter of exactly what I just said. This is what it is. So I'm going to bring out at the bottom of the deck, this is the Mars and Aries message for you. See? The Hermit. And I just said it too. I was like, you have become the Hermit. Right? So here, excuse me, you have Mars and Aries reminding you. It's almost like, you know, Aries is a fire sign, just like you, Sagi. So Aries is like, hey, sis. Hey, brother. Hey, cousin. Hey, loved one. Listen, out of all of us, me being an Aries and even with Leo, you're the one that's been hiding. You're the one that has retracted. But it's time for you to now come out. Come out wherever you are. Come out. Come out and celebrate with me and with Leo. This full moon, the driving force is fire. So come join me. Come join me. This is what Aries is telling you, Sagittarius. Come out. Try again. Look, you were able to get the weapon of choice. The light is going to come out. And here's the thing, Saggy. The light is going to come out regardless. So either you choose to do this, you know, the good way, or prepare for impact. Because this is the thing. This is just where we're at. This full moon is going to bring... Look at this full moon as the grand finale to you being a hermit. To you being retracted. That's it. That's the grand finale. Everything that needed to happen, all the lessons and the blessings that you had to collect, that's the grand finale. Now we need to go back out. You've recouped. You've been able to gather your energy. You have been able to do what you have to do, to think things through, to make the decisions that you had to remove yourself from unnecessary energy. You did all of that. That's the grand finale. Now I need you to go back out. That's what Aries is trying to tell you, right? Now Leo here is calling you and is telling you, hey, your Page of Swords is in reverse. See, before you had this Page of Swords right side up. And you were just dancing in the rain, you know, just not knowing where you were going, where you were coming from. You felt like a chicken with no head. It was like, oh my God, I can't be this stupid. Why is it that I can't figure things out? Like, some Saggies have been this difficult on themselves. And it's like, okay, stop. Now you need to be nice to yourself. Now go out and pamper yourself. Enough. Right? And Leo is here telling you, listen, those days are over, honey. They're over. Come join me in Aries. We're the driving force behind this full moon. So what is it that you want to manifest, Saggies? What is it that you want to see? What are the things you want to change? What are the things that you want to try that's new? Get out there. Start declaring them. Start putting it into work. Put it in mind. Put it right down in writing. Close the retracted, digressed self. Put a grand finale on that. Now, Saggies, let's go. Let's go. Right? And Capricorn is here to remind you of grounding. Well, any earth sign that you have, Saggies, that's what earth signs do. They ground you. They're the ones that give you grounding. It's like, hey, come back. Hey, did you know that if you do this, you're going to have these repercussions? That's your earth signs. That's just what they do, right? But because that's what earth signs do, earth sign is also here confirming to you, hey, Saggies, that time is over. That's it. You've reached a higher level of yourself. You're sitting now as the Queen of Pentacles. You have manifested that time that you took to think things through. Now the universe they've listened to you. Okay? Your gods, your goddesses, your prayers, all of it, it has had its effect. So now it's time for you to receive. But you're not going to receive if you stay behind and hidden over there. So come out. You know what you got to do. Don't be afraid. Come out and try again. Right? And then air is here reminding you, like, first of all, I said air. What I meant to say was Aquarius is here to remind you. And first of all, Aquarius is the Queen of Swords, right? So even Aquarius is telling you, yes, Saggies, that sounds like a lot of stuff that's happening over there. I just want to play, but let me remind you that you're in the Queen. That you're in the Queen status. Let me remind you that you went from being a page to being a messenger to being lost, that you've done your work, and now it's time for you to gain your benefits. Get out there, Saggies. Let's go. So if you want to talk about having like a cheerleading team on your back, right here. Right here. Everybody. All right? Now I'm going to bring out some clarifiers for you, Saggies. Interesting. So now with Leo, it's asking you to remain under revision. And by revision, it means when you come out again, when you make that decision, which should be happening during the full moon, make that decision, put that intent out there. Okay? It's okay and totally normal, especially in the beginning, for you to sit down and as you're getting out, as you're planning things and as you're moving forward, for you to say, wow, normally I would have done this. Wow. Okay. Well, you know what? Now I'm actually going to keep my old habits for this situation, because now that I have been able to see both sides of the coin, I would like to move forward this way. Or you can turn around and say, you know what? I actually want to move forward with what I've learned, because since I've been now on both sides of the coin, I think this is going to work better for me. Now you're able to literally create brand new from scratch in your way. All right? So that's from Leo. Capricorn is, of course, letting you know, hey, as a Queen of Pentacles, now you know that you have to compromise, but you're also in a place where you can actually compromise. You know, before it was a matter of you had to compromise because you didn't know any better, because at this point it's like, why not? Let me try it. No, now you know what it is that you're doing. You're more stern. You're more, your soil is now more fertile. Okay? And Aquarius is reminding you to remind yourself of your ambition. Remember the ambition that you once had. Remember, go back to 2016 to now. What happened to that ambition? Just because you had to revert and digress and replan and maybe, you know, strengthen some weaknesses and do all of that does not mean that you lose your ambition, Saggies. You better get out there, and now you grind harder, because now you know exactly what it is that you seek. You know, it's now clearer where it is that you're going, what your end goals are, and how you're going to get them done. All right, my Sagis, I value your time and I thank you for taking time out for your reading. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. If you want a private reading, contact me at www.indumquest.com. And I want to invite you over to Instagram, where you can befriend me at indumquest. And of course, please feel free to share this video with your family, friends, and coworkers, acquaintance, all that good stuff. What else? Oh, of course, subscribe. Subscribe, Sagis, so that you can get notifications if I go live or make a post or whatever I decide to do with YouTube. I appreciate you, Sagis, and please take advantage of this full moon. Okay? Talk to you soon.